Good morning, grade 3. I am Angelina and I will be your teacher for today. Before we start, may I ask everyone to please stand up, and may I ask Hazel to lead us the prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, Amen. Thank you, Hazel. You may now take your seats. Before we start, I want to give you some things to remember. When you see this image, I want you to lend me your ears and listen to what I am saying. If you see this image, I want you to speak up or answer questions. Answer the questions that I will be giving. And if you see this image, I want you to prepare pen and pencil because you will be answering some questions. Now, did you understand some rules during our classes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let us start our lesson by reading some vocabulary words orally. So, I want you to repeat after me. Everybody say frame.
Frame.
Fame.
Fame.
Scale.
Scale.
Mail.
Mail.
Sale.
Sale.
Very good, grade 3. You are all good listener and speakers. Now, do you still remember our lesson about B-verbs? Alright, B-verbs are verbs but they are not action words. They are considered verbs but the main function of B-verbs is to connect the ideas inside the sentence. So, let us have a short review. I have here some sentences and I want you to identify the B-verb used in the sentence. So, I will read the sentence and you will tell me the B-verb used. Number 1, my teachers are kind. Can you identify the B-verb? Otis?
Number 1, the B-verbs are.
The B-verb is are. Correct, Otis. Next, number 2. I am listening silently. Can you identify the B-verb used? Yes, Celine?
The B-verb is am.
Correct. The B-verb in number 2 is am. Number 3. Zoe is playing Mobile Legends. Can you identify the B-verb? Yes, Eliza?
The B-verb is.
Correct. The B-verb is. Number 4. Mark was not following rules. Can you tell me the B-verb? Yes, Lyle?
Was.
Correct. The B-verb is was. And for number 5, my mother and father were going out for dinner. Can you tell me the B-verb, Hazel?
The B-verb is were.
Very good, Hazel. The B-verb is were. Very good, grade 3. It seems that you really understood our lesson about B-verbs. Now, before we proceed to our new lesson for today, I have here a short video which we will follow and imitate as we play the video. So, can you please all stand? And let us try to follow the actions from the video.
Let's get up and move. Are you ready? Here we go. Run. Walk. Jump. Fly. Wow. Dance. Swim. Ski. Hug. Rollerblade. Yay! Play the piano. Play the guitar. Play baseball. Play golf. Ride a bike. Sing a song.
Okay, I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, you're all good followers and dancers. Now, can you tell me or can you remember some verbs or action words that we have played a while ago? Yes, Haitian.
Singing.
Very good. Singing. Another one. Florinda.
Run.
Run. Another one. Liza.
Golf.
Correct. You're playing a golf. So now, those words that you mentioned are called verbs. Why is it important for us to do verbs or actions in our daily lives? For example, running, walking, or exercising. Why is it important? Yes, Haitian.
To exercise our body.
Correct. To exercise or to keep our body healthy. If we are healthy, if we are sweating, we will have a strong immune system and we will be free from diseases such as COVID-19, right? Now, do you still remember the story that we read before? The story about Sleep the Grasshopper with the title Fast Forward. Okay, so remember, Sleep is a grasshopper who keeps on doing or procrastinating things. He learned his lesson by being polite, by being punctual, and doing things. He learned his lesson by being ready. So now, I have here some sentences which I got from the story. And you will see the picture corresponding to the sentence flashed in the monitor. Okay, who wants to read the sentence number 1? Yes, Liza?
Sleep, the grasshopper jumped with joy.
Thank you, Liza. Who wants to read sentence number 2? Yes, Haitian.
He works fast in his homework.
Okay, he works fast in his homework. Sorry, we got the wrong picture. So this is our picture for sentence number 3. He worked fast in his homework. Next. Sentence number 3. Who wants to read sentence number 3? Yes, Eliza.
He plays in the yard with his friends.
Okay, thank you, Eliza. Can you please read? Yes, Otis.
Means the grandfather's
Chime. The
grandfather's
grandfather's chime 10 times. Okay, thank you, Maria Otis. And for the last sentence, yes, Hazel.
He skips breakfast and walks fast forward to school.
These sentences are sentences which we got from the story Fast Forward. What is the importance of these sentences? Let us try to study them by putting them in a table or in a chart. Can you see it at the back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us try to study those sentences with this chart. So as you can see, we have here 2 columns. We have column A and column B. So in column A, you can see those sentences, and in column B, we can notice that it is different from column A. So who wants to ask? I will read the sentences from column A and from column B. Number 1, Sleep the grasshopper jumped with joy. For letter B, yesterday, Sleep the grasshopper jumped with joy. From column A, number 2, he plays in the yard with his friends. From column B, last Monday, he played in the yard with his friends. Number 3, from letter A, he cleans the grandfather's clock which chimed 10 times. From letter B, 2 days ago, he cleaned the grandfather's clock which chimed 10 times. Number 4, from column A, he works fast in his homework. And from column B, last night, he worked fast in his homework. From column A, Sleek skips breakfast and walks fast forward to school. And from column B, yesterday, Sleek skipped breakfast and walked fast forward to school. Now, can you notice some highlighted words from the column?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us all read the highlighted words from the chart. Everybody go.
Jump, jumped, place, played, please,
those words? Yes, Liza?
Verb is
Very good. Correct, Liza. Those words are all verbs. But can you notice some differences between the two? For example, from verb from column A and verb from column B.
Yes.
Yes, Lyle.
The verb in column B has ed.
Okay, very good, Lyle. You notice that the verb in column B has ed as well as the other verbs in the column B. Now, we will be talking, for today, we will be studying about the simple past tense of regular verbs. How do we form the simple past tense of regular verbs? Now, I want you to look at the sentences in column A. Can you see some clue words that will tell you or that will tell us when did the action happen? So we all know that verb is an action word, right? Can you notice some clue words when did the action happen? Lyle.
Number one sentence, the clue word number one is yesterday.
Lyle, let's look at letter A first. Sige, okay, thank you, Lyle. Your answer is advanced. But it is correct, right? We have clue words in letter B with yesterday. But in letter A, let us look at the sentences. As you can notice, grade 3, the verbs in column A are all in its regular form or in its base form. Meaning to say we did not add anything from it. So it means that when a verb is in its regular form or in its base form, it is in the present tense. Everybody say present tense.
Present tense.
Okay, so when we say present tense, the action is happening at the moment. Present, right now. For example, Ma'am Janina talks to grade 3. So the verb is talks. So the verb talk is in its present tense because it is happening at the moment. So did you understand?
Yes,
okay. Now let us look at letter B. Lyle, can you repeat your answer? What are the clue words that you can notice?
The clue sentence in number one is yesterday.
Okay, very good. Yesterday. How about in number 2, 3, 4, and 5? Can you give me some clue words that you can see that tells us when did the action happen? Liza.
In sentence number 2, last Monday he played in the yard with his friends. The clue word is last Monday.
Okay, very good. Last Monday for number 2. How about for number 3? Yes, Maria Otis.
The clue words in number 3 are 2 days ago.
Very good, Maria Otis. Number 4. Yes, Hazel.
The clue word in sentence number 4 is last night.
Very good, Hazel. And how about in number 5? Yes, Florinda.
The clue words in number 5 is yesterday.
Okay, very good, grade 3. What can you notice with these words? Yesterday, last Monday, 2 days ago, last night, and another yesterday. What do we mean when we hear those words? Haitian.
It's already happened.
Very good. So, when we say yesterday, last night, 2 days ago, this means that the action already happened. So, for example, what I did today is 8:26. What I did last 7 a.m. is already done. It's already in the past. For example, before going to school, I eat breakfast. When I say that, last 7 a.m., it is different today. Last 7 a.m., I ate breakfast. So can you understand the difference between present tense and past tense?
Yes, teacher.
Now, how do we form the past tense of the verb? So that will be our lesson for today. So we all know that verbs are words that indicate action. So not necessarily that all verbs requires actions or movement. For example, there are some verbs that we all know that they are verbs but they do not need an action. For example, thinking. When you are thinking, you are not moving, you are not doing an action, but there is an you are not doing moving or a movement, but there is an action inside your mind. You are doing an act. But as we all know, diba, verbs, running, walking, it requires movement. But for example, thinking, remembering, those verbs are not requiring some movements. So verbs has two basic kinds. We have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Remember that, ha? Regular and irregular verbs. Tense in grammar means time. action or event occurs or when a state or process holds. So when we say tense, what do we mean by tense, grade 3?
Time.
Time. So always remember time. So when we say present tense, it means present time. The verb is happening at the moment. When we say past tense, it means past time. The verb is already done or we already did the action. So the past tense of the verb indicates the action is done. That expresses yesterday, hours ago, last month, or last week. So you can see clue words such as yesterday, hours ago, last month, or last week. So we have two kinds of verbs, the regular and irregular. So regular verbs form their past tense by adding D or ED at the end of the word. What do we add at the end of the verb when it is regular verb?
D
Or ED. But when a verb ends with E, we only add D. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so let us have some practice exercise. The word talk. Can you tell me, or who wants to write the answer on the board? Anyone? Yes, Celine. Can you write the answer or the correct past tense of the word talk? Okay, talk. What did we add? We added E. Another. The word or the verb is wait. So, ma'am will write the. Any guesses? What is the correct past tense of the verb? The verb wait. Yes, Florinda?
Waited.
Okay, so we have waited. So we added ed because the verb is not ending in letter E. Next, the verb type. As you can notice, it ends with E. So what do we add if it is ending in E? D. Okay, we will only add letter D. Typed. Next, the verb use. It is ending in letter E. So we will only add D. Yes, so the past tense or the correct past tense of the verb use is used. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, very good, grade 3. So, since you know how to form the past tense of the verbs, let's have an ice cream party. So I will be giving you some ice creams. As you can see, the ice creams has 3 scoops, right? So you have green, pink, and yellow. What you will do is you will write regular verbs here. So for example, you write walk, you write talk, you write wait. And then after that, on cue, I will clap 3 times. And then you will pass this ice cream to your classmate at the back or to your right. So to your seatmate. And then your seatmate will write the past tense of the verb that you already wrote. Is that clear? For example, Hazel write wait. And then she passes it to Eliza. Eliza will write the past tense of wait, which is waited. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so let us begin. Okay, so I will just give you around 1 minute to write down your verbs or regular verbs, and then I will clap 3 times, and then you will pass it to the person next to you. Time is up. Now exchange your ice creams. Okay, everybody pass your words. Okay, let us see or let us read your answers. So I will just read few or randomly I will pick. So the first one, grade 3 write cook and then the past tense is cook, correct. The next one, talk, the past tense is talk, correct. Next, jump, the past tense is jump, correct. Another one, you have walk, walked. You have roll, rolled. You have mix, mixed. These are all correct. So very good, grade 3. It seems that you really understood our lesson. Let's have another activity. I will divide you into 2 groups. So for group 1, you will identify the action words shown in each picture and identify its past tense form. So you have here pictures. You will identify what is the verb in the picture and then you will write its past tense. Next, for number 2, for group 2 for group 2, you will list down 5 regular verbs and then write down its past tense. Is so I will just give you 2 minutes. Group 1 and Group 2. Time is up. Okay, let us see the works of group or of each group. So I will be posting your answers. For Group 1, the image shows a person or a kid dancing. So the verb is dance, dance, correct. Play, played, correct. Exercise, exercise, correct. Jump, jumped, correct. Open, open, correct. Very good, Group 1. You have 5 points. For Group 2, you have talk, talked, play, played, slice, sliced, jump, jumped, dance, danced. So these are all correct. You have 5 points. Give yourselves good job clap. Ready, go. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. Okay, very good, grade 3. So, a while ago, your activities are done in pair or in group. Now you will write or you will do your activities independently. So you will be on your own. So, I have here a situation. Last week, Lola Tasho invited Anna to visit her farm. Can you tell what Anna did on the farm based on the pictures and write your sentences on a sheet of paper? Remember to use the past tense of the verb. So from the first picture, remember the girl is Anna. Can you give me a sentence that shows or that tells us what Anna did in Lola Tasha's farm? Correct! Anna watered the plants. Next, number 2.
Slept.
Correct! Anna played with the cat. Next, number 3. Correct! Anna planted a tree. Number 4. Correct. Anna washed the dishes. And number 5. Correct. Anna climbed the tree. Very good, grade 3. Now, you are all ready for our assessment. I have here 5 questions, 5 sentences, which you will form the sentence, the past tense of the verb inside the parentheses. Okay, so you will write the correct past tense of the verb inside the parentheses to complete the sentence. For number 1, my mother cooked dinner for us yesterday. So number 2, he smiled at me an hour ago. Number 3, I love how he painted the wall the other day. Number 4, she joined the contest last month. And number 5, 2 days ago, Joanne moved this cabinet easily. So, are you ready to check? Let's see. So here are the correct answers. For number 1, you have cooked. For number 2, you have smiled. For number 3, you have painted. Number 4, you have joined. And number 5, you have moved. Did you got the correct answer?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Very good, grade 3. So for your assignment, you will write 5 sentences about what you have done last week. Observe the correct tense of the verb. Okay, thank you for listening. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.